Hey there, Video Games channel, my name is Bear, and this is Baer-ly Played, a review/showcase series with a hilarious play on words for a name. My personal channel can be found in the description below, and be sure to subscribe here to Video Games as well. Enjoy!
This is a public information film, or if you're common, film.
There's a certain degree of gallantry that comes with throwing revolution into your game title. It implies ruthless overhaul, a complete restructuring, taking into account the potential problems of a series and ushering in a metamorphosis of the franchise. Worms Revolution, released on October 10th on Steam, PSN, and the Xbox Live Arcade, is nothing like that at all, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
That was brutal. Unnecessary vigilantism of the worst kind. Sir, I loved it.
Worms Revolution is more of the same glorious parasite pulverization we've come to know and love over the past decade, with a few added elements to spice up the show. The classic 2D gameplay makes a return while incorporating 3D visuals and backgrounds, and customization tools are abundant with hat and voiceover options galore. Chief among these additions, though, is the comic genius duo of Dean Wilkinson and Matt Berry, who provide the script and voice respectively for nature documentarian Don Keystone.
As a wildlife documenter, I have devoted my life to exposing the truth about nature. I'm the one who discovered chickens can fly. They chose not to because they're arrogant.
The documentary angle is entertaining, albeit completely unnecessary, and just serves to promote an idea I've needed no help understanding for the past 12 years. Kill worms. You're brought into the fray through a series of training missions designed to familiarize you with a handful of new features. Physics objects and their manipulation play a familiar role, and the addition of water to the terrain adds another level of strategy to the foray. Unfortunately, when playing through the single-player campaign missions, none of that really matters, as the AI would much rather spend 30 seconds deciding to launch a bazooka at you from across the map. Or a perfectly timed, unreasonably accurate grenade toss. The bane of this series has always been the agonizing AI battles. Despite the plethora of armaments available, computer-controlled creatures are dull, predictable, slow, and sometimes downright unfair. Unfortunately, these errors, something I considered a restraint of the technology back in the day, are still ever present in Revolution. Only when getting into skirmishes with other people, via either local or online multiplayer modes, does the sense of fun slip its way back in. Multiplayer mode offerings include the Classic Deathmatch, a Forts mode, and Classic mode, the latter of which simply removes the added elements of the new game. The level editor is a bit lackluster, but when it boils down to the basics, this is still one of the most enjoyable multiplayer experiences available. Strip away the narrative and the shiny paint, and there's nothing to stop you from enjoying an hour or so of beating your opponent's battalion to tiny bits. This latest installment to the Worms franchise fails to bring anything truly revolutionary to the table, but there's nothing wrong with that. The graphical enhancements are welcome, and the multiplayer action is as solid as ever. Although there's nothing here that will bring in any new followers to the series. The adage rings true. If it ain't broke, continue to lobbeth thy holy hand grenade and old lady bombs upon thine enemy. Or I think that's how it goes at least. But then again, what do I know? I barely played it.